everything that night, right?
Yeah, man, y'all shit was dope, man. Yo, Zara, you really about to go to New York for real?
Yo, man, we out.
Man, you ain't going no damn New York, bro. You don't be going nowhere like that.
Yo, man.
See, I've been places, you know what I'm saying? I travel. I go, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what about you, Shrew?
I mean, niggas don't really be going nowhere, but I do. I know I do.
Where you been at? Where you been at, man?
Shit, I be out Puerto Rico, I be out Cuba.
Shit, I've been in the
This nigga ain't been no motherfucking Cuba, man.
Where's your Cuban cigar at, nigga?
Niggas go to Baltimore act like they been somewhere.
I've been places too. I've been to places too.
I don't know what you gonna need.
Man, what's your Cap? Well, I know Captain. He's an international. Where you got? He's been all over the place, Captain.
Trinidad, Canada.
Damn,
I've been around, man.
Damn, you been out there with drinking and shit?
Damn, that's better than what I was.
What about you, Yashima? What's up?
No, I'm from Jamaica, but I've been Canada, Florida, New York.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Philly.
Shit. What about you, Cap?
Well, I'll tell you where y'all niggas ain't been.
Yo, Cat, where you been though, man?
Man, I've been where y'all niggas ain't been. I've been to the Passover.
What?
Yeah, y'all ain't never been there? You ain't never been to the Passover?
Cat,
What
that
up?
was a hurt piece.
Y'all ain't never been to the Passover? Y'all ain't never been to the Passover?
What the fuck is the
You ain't never been to the Passover? Huh? You ever been to the Passover? My bad. But y'all ain't never been to the Passover?
Unfortunately not.
You got the lamb slaughter. You got General Muhammad's class. We got the children's party.
Children's?
They got stuff for the kids to do. We got babysitters. They need babysitters.
I love the kids.
I ain't fucking with them kids.
And we're gonna have the black party.
Shit.
And guess what?
What's that?
If you pay your Passover fees up front, you can get in the black party for free.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm
say
saying.
black party?
It's gonna be performances there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be open bar with the beer and the wine all night. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be in the building, you know what I mean?
Niggas say black party?
Is that all?
Shit.
Keep going.
Israel, you already know what it is. We do it bigger and better every year. This year, the 54th annual Passover.
And before the Passover, we got the biggest party of the year. It's the annual Black Party, March 30th. That's on a Thursday at the Durham Armory. Make sure y'all in the building.
And the moment y'all all been waiting for, the 54th annual ISUBK Passover, April 1st. April 1st, we doing it big. Once again, serving the Most High in Raleigh, North Carolina.
And you can get all of that at this year's Passover. What is it? ISBK. What's tell her what John you see? I think it's ISBK Delaware. They be changing sometimes. They be trying to shut our channels down, so we have to switch up the combination. Is it ISBK Delaware? Yeah, like ISBK Delaware. All caps. All right, so we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start up. Hold on 1 second. All right, they should be able to hear me now. Hold on 1 second. All right. Yeah. All right, we good. All right, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Officer 5000 Mataza Pabi, holding down a nice class. Of course, if anybody has a question, we go ahead and get them. Trooper Nahalia, what's going on? All right, so you see the nice title, man. Soldiers stay strong for the blood of their brothers, man. So many times, man, we see brothers falling up out of the truth because they just get weak. You know what I mean? But if you have any loyalty, or if you really give a damn about black people or blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you'll stay strong, right? For the blood of your brothers. That's what it's all about. It's about brotherhood, right? Give me, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna show you real quick how it's all about brotherhood. All right, I'm gonna get two. Young man, give me Galatians 5:14. You find that 5:14. And Kohal, let me get James 2:8. Oh yeah, and I got 100 today on my math search test. It was the first one of this semester, so it boosts my confidence level because when she looked at me like, hey, you know what I mean, and I was like, yeah, I just did my little strut, but smashing it this semester because this one of them semesters where like you can get caught up if you don't pay attention. So it's a lot of work. Yeah, Galatians 5:14 and James 2:8. So we'll see how my next exams go. It don't matter. Don't matter. Mm-hmm. Well, if you could grab that, you pull your scripture first. Make sure the mic is on too. Mm-hmm.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word.
So it says the law, right? It says the law that the Christian church says that there is no law, right? They're telling you there is no law, but in the New Testament it's saying there is a law. And this law, it is done. It means that you're fulfilling the law, or you're doing it. It means also to do. Fulfill means to do. You're doing it in. It says it's all fulfilled in what? In what? One word. And what's that word?
Brotherhood.
That's what it says?
In one word. Even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's you was right, but I wanted you to finish reading out the scripture. Can you read it from the top one more time?
Verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word. Even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. So the law it said the law is fulfilled in one word. And that one word is brotherhood. Right. And in order for you to fulfill that law, you got to have some type of loyalty to your brothers. You got to have some type of love for them. You know what I mean? And I don't. It's crazy for me. I don't see how I tell y'all about the story when I called Captain Shawar. I was at my job and I called Captain Shawar. He told me that was my first day. You know what I mean? And I tell you how psyched, how happy I was. And I just always remember that. Even when things seem like it get tough, like even with my time and things now, I can't see myself quitting. I can't see myself leaving, going back into the world to do what? To to do what? Just to sit on the couch and watch everybody, watch you, fight for our freedom by your damn self. You know what I mean? Like that would be super foolish of me. And another reason why I can't do it, because there's people that count on me. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember, if you're the type of person that you're able to be strong, you're a strong type of brother. You have to be that strength that another brother may need in times of his weakness. You see what I'm saying? That might be your gift to be a rock for another brother. You know what I mean? And so how can you be that rock? How can you give a brother a shoulder to lean on if you ain't in here? If you sitting on your couch somewhere typing on the computer talking trash, it never can work. And then another thing, yeah, how would that look to your kids, man? How would that look to your kids? You know, you got your kids in here talking about shalom, yeah, about shalom. He know all the brothers. He coming up. He been in here for years, and then you just take him out of here. And then what you'll be teaching them is to fail at everything that he tries to do in life. He'll see when they go and get tough. Well, I could just go. He won't see that he need to have loyalty to brothers. You know what I mean? Well, not me in my house. I teach my kids to have loyalty. That's why we in here. You know what I mean? And I'll teach Chris, if not for nothing, you give the Lord one day, man. Because you know he coming up, he working now. I understand you got to work, but you can definitely get the Lord something. And that's what it's all about. Brotherhood is what? Could you read that one more time from the top?
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm. No, read it. The chapter. You know, book and chapter.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For all the laws fulfilled in one word.
Yeah.
Even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. Thou shalt is fulfilled in one word, and that one word is brotherhood. Love thy neighbor as thy love thyself. Right. And that's the what? That's the royal law. You can read yours, James 2:8.
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
If you fulfill the royal law,
If you fulfill what?
the royal law,
The royal law is what the young brother right here just read. Love your brother, love the Lord, and love your brother as you love yourself. Go ahead.
according to the scripture,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Mm-hmm.
Ye do well.
Then you do what?
Ye do well.
You do well. So if you do not love your brothers like the scriptures say, then you're not doing well. Right? Then you're not saved and sanctified and already, you know how I was passing out trays the other day, right? And that's what this lady has said. She was in there, and you know, black people who read the Bible they just always have to impart. They always have to tell you that they read the Bible, and somehow she just got on being saved and sanctified. Just like I'm just here to get the trays out. Here. You know what I'm saying? But could you read that one more time from the top, and then we're gonna move on.
The book of James,
Mhm.
chapter 2, verse 8. If ye fulfill the royal law
Mhm.
according to the scripture,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And love thy neighbor as thyself. Now, when it says love thy neighbor as thyself, I understand that that's talking about black men. I understand that if I'm in Wilmington and there's no other black people in Wilmington, but there's black people in West Philly, that's the nearest Negro to me, then I understand that that's my neighbor, right? And it's not the person that's lives in the house directly to the left of me or directly to the right of me if it's like somebody from another nation. But how would you prove that? How would you prove that neighbor is talking about brother or somebody from the children of Israel?
I got a precept for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and 8.
Okay, let's get
18,
that. Let's go ahead. Let everybody get that real quick.
I figured you was going to go there.
Right. Make sure y'all, sharp. Put all the 2 and 2 together, man. All right, Leviticus 19. Because remember, a Christian is going to say that means anybody and everybody. And they'll have the new person thinking that too. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you got to break a brother out of this Christianity. Christianity is something that even though you may not have, I didn't grow up in no Christian church. I tell a story of like, I can remember a time where, my grandmom and grandpa took us to church a few times and they tried to throw us on some choir or whatever. And I can remember doing that like 2 or 3 times, but that's it. I can't remember doing anything as far as church until about 18 when my cousin had a church and we was just helping him scam everybody. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to be able to break this down to a new brother that's coming into the truth and he has this Christianity like I said, I didn't have I wasn't in the church for a long time, but Christianity still reeked on me. You see what I'm saying? From TV, from interactions in school, interactions with family members, stuff like that. That's where you learn your Christianity from. Because if you celebrating, I don't care how much you claim you some pro-black Negro and you this and that and all, hate the government. If you celebrating your birthday, you celebrating Christmas, you celebrating everything else that your oppressor is doing, you a Christian, man. That's it. And people don't understand why we say that a Muslim is a Christian, because he is. Everything that he does is Christian, right? And it's just as simple as that. You was about to read Leviticus 19, right? This is how you prove that
Sir.
go to
a different one.
No, you good. Go up to 17.
Kind out of one kind. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So when we start to read from verse 17, right? And it says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. What does that mean? Let's take it from the beginning. Right. In your mind, you do not want to hate your brother, right? And it's so easy to just read the scripture and just say, oh, that's just so easy to do. But it's something that you really have to pay attention to, right? It's in here for a reason. If you have an issue with a brother and you do not get that issue resolved, that could lead to hatred for a brother. You may not think that it can get like that because both of y'all in the same school and everything like that, but you can start to develop some type of hatred or displeasing feelings towards a brother if you be a bitch and don't say anything. I'm just being if you have an issue with a brother, what are you supposed to do? That's how you not hate a brother, because now we got a mutual understanding. You see what I'm saying? If I feel like you wronged me and I say, hey brother, you know what I mean, whatever, what they say, whoop-de-whoop, I come to you like whoop-de-whoop, Kwayaswan, and you like, well, such and such and such and such. Counsel, you know what I mean? We don't agree. You feel me? But if I come to you like yada yada, and you like, oh, I see where you coming from with that, then no sweat, we good. You know what I mean? But if it's anything other than no sweat, we good, then we got to take it to counsel. You feel me? To just straighten this out. But soon as we disagree, no sweat, we're going to have the counsel. Let's have a drink, because we're going to keep the brotherhood. You know what I mean? It ain't no sense in falling out because you don't agree on this issue. We can let somebody else figure it out. That's the beauty of the brotherhood. That's the beauty of the school. That's the beauty of rank and order. That's the beauty of, levels to this thing. You don't have to sit there and try to figure it out. You present your case. Somebody above you will say, hey, you wrong, or you wrong, or both of y'all wrong. Let me help y'all both see where both of y'all wrong at. And then you like, damn, okay, because this is coming from somebody that's wiser, somebody who's able to step back and, see from the outside looking in. Or whatever. All right, so thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. It's in the book for a reason, right? You're not allowed. This is something that you're not allowed to do, and it's something that is so easy for us to do as Black people in America in 2023. It's very easy for us to hate each other. Why do you think it's easy for us to hate each other?
I would say it's easy for us to hate each other. Number one, the images and everything that we see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I could, it would be a lot of times when I went to all Black campus, and if I'm walking through, campus and it's late at night and I see a group of, brothers that I don't know,
mm-hmm.
I'm already getting ready to respond if they say something crazy to me, getting ready to, fight this, because
mm-hmm.
in the back of my mind, I'm already thinking like, oh, they're going to do something, or they might say something, and I'm not going to let them, roll over. But that's kind of like a sense of if that's almost like having like a hatred for your brother because
Mhm.
you believe in what you're seeing on
Mhm.
TV, media, even like rap
Yeah.
music plays a part.
Yeah. So you've been taught that, but bring me home with it. And that's definitely you on the mark. You're looking at these brothers. You see them. You already on the defense, right? You're already on the defense because you expect them to say something stupid to you. You expect them to try to do something. So you already what they say, your fight or flight, your adrenaline already pumping, everything going. You already ready to go. You on 10 already. You know what I mean? That is true. Bring me home. Why is that? Why is that you feel like that for them?
Because we don't know that we're brothers and sisters.
Right. You don't know that you brothers and sisters.
Like we don't see any
that
value
is
in each
true.
other.
We don't see the value in each other because we place all our value into the oppressor and we love him. And because we put all our love into him, we don't have any love left for us. If you love something so much, and you ever see like let me see somebody who maybe you see it on TV or I don't know, maybe a movie or something where I would say that you see two people in a relationship, but like one of them loves their job more than something like that. Well, and then the relationship lacks. Well, because of the love that we put into the oppressor, our relationships lack. You see what I'm saying? So when people ask me, I've had people ask me at camp, well, so you don't love white people? You don't love everybody? And I'll be like, no, because you know why? You know why I don't? Because I love black people that much where I don't have any love left for anybody else. That's the type of love that you have to have for black people. Because without that type of love, you ain't gonna get none nowhere else. Trust me. You ain't getting none nowhere else. None. Nowhere. Right? And you have to be taught that. I had to be taught that. I didn't know that I was a sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know I was like that. And let me not just say like everybody out there suckers, but I was, for me. You see what I'm saying? For me, I feel like I should have known. But when I got the calling, that was it. And like I said, because I have the loyalty to y'all brothers and the school and everything that I got going on with the school and my family and the Lord and everything, that's what keeps me being a soldier in the truth. No matter what the hell is going on in my life, I'm in here. I'll make time. You feel me? And that's how y'all brothers got to be. And that's how we show y'all this. We still in here. We doing whatever we got to do so y'all can see that. So y'all come up right. You know what I mean? So thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, right? Read on, whoever was reading.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin.
Sin upon him, right? So what does that mean?
You shouldn't hurt your neighbor or like kill your neighbor. Not kill him.
Look up rebuke. Somebody look up rebuke. That's what you're gonna need in this. Yeah. Remember, if y'all got if y'all don't have a Blue Letter Bible, get a Blue Letter Bible. We also use the Webster, whatever dictionary, but we got a Webster's over here. We got a few of them, American Heritage. We got a few to look into, but make sure you use these Bibles these dictionaries. Rebuke. What does it mean? Can y'all see the TV screen? You can see what I'm looking at? There it goes. So go ahead, Kwayashwan, you can read it.
You mean not to judge your neighbor?
It says express sharp disapproval or criticism of because of the behavior or action. So it says it's telling you to do that so you don't suffer sin upon the brother. Like if I see you sinning, I'm supposed to say, Kwayashwan, do not do that. You're making the Lord angry. Do not eat that pork. Do not eat that shrimp. Do not do that. You see what I'm saying? It says, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So I'm supposed to express sharp disapproval or criticism because of your behavior so as to not suffer sin upon you. Why? Because what does the scripture say? If I know better and I let you if continue to let you sin, then that sin is going to be on my hands because I know better, and I'm just watching you. So what you think? How them Negroes who leave the school, you get all this knowledge on which you get the blueprint, and then you leave the school. And then now you just letting everybody, you just suffering sin upon niggas. You just watching niggas just, you know what I mean? Watching them destroy themselves out there. And you out there and you didn't join the clique. Now we gotta watch you from afar with dashikis on or some stupid goofy nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this brother was staunch hardcore. You know what I mean? What happened? What happened? Come on, man. Brothers get weak. And sometimes, you know, that might be one of them times if you're the type of person where, you know, that happens to you. Hey, call somebody, man. You can always call somebody. You know, sometimes feelings go over. You just might have to channel your energy to something else. You know what I mean? Like, you might be feeling something, or all up in your bag, or all up in your head. You might be thinking about something, or whatever's got you going. You might jump on the phone with a brother, get in the conversation, start laughing, whatever like that, and then guess what? Whatever that's going now. You know what I mean? And that's how you get over those weak moments. Verse 18. That's where you was getting at, right? Verse 18.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge. It says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Right. Do not avenge. We're not supposed to be killing each other, man. You know what I mean? Or bearing grudges with each other. But don't we bear grudges with each other now? Yes. If you step on my shoes, I'm going to knock your block off. Right? Or Bloods and Crips. Perfect example. They don't even know why they fight. Those supposed to be organizations that started out to hear them tell it, started out to help black people. They just turned on each other. They seen they ain't have no wins with the oppression. Was like, you know what? You're easier target. You know, I can get my aggressions out with you. I can shoot you and, you know, whatever. And that's wrong, right? It's wrong. And we're not even being taught that it's wrong. It's like now everybody's trying to say something, you know, stop the violence and all that kind of stuff, but it's so far, we so far gone into the hatred that we have for each other. We had this hatred for a long time now. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thy love self.
Right. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as they love thyself.
As they love thyself.
So the reason why I went up to, if you notice why I went up to Kohar, why I went up to 17, because in 17 it says your brother. And then when it goes down to 18, it uses the word neighbor. So it's still talking about the same people. You feel me? Just to show what we've been going along with the first two scriptures, James 2 and 18 and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You got it.
Because when I first started hearing about ISUPK, I was trying to explain. I didn't have that scripture, but when somebody presented, well, you should love thy neighbor, I didn't know that scripture. It was some years ago about actually proving it. But I was like, no, that they're not my neighbor. My neighbor is actually my people. I couldn't actually prove it. So the next time a brother has that argument, he can go straight to these scriptures.
Go straight to the scripture, man.
Precept.
Oh man, and we doing bad out here. Like, it's like the more it's like the more as time go on, and I spend more and more time up into the truth, I start to see and realize how much black people try more and more and more and more to try to savage the oppressor, try to love him even more. They try to love him even more and love him even more, and then join the bandwagon when it comes to like us and him, right? They'll join the bandwagon against the Israelites when we're the only voice of reason. We're the only ones that make sense. We're the only ones with a solution that works. And the only ones telling the truth, goddamn it. Everybody else read this book and then came up with 20,000 doctrines. 20,000 doctrines, and none of them make no sense. Man, I got a Quran right here, man, and this thing is stupid. And Christian doctrine is stupid. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I would never follow anything that would make me feel weak as a man. You know what I mean? Make me feel weak. I went to that church a couple times. I remember going to the church a couple times, my cousin's church, and I told y'all he was a pimp pastor. You know what I mean? And I didn't go to that. I didn't go to that. He's the person that made me not even want to go to church, right? Because he would do his sermons on us. He would be jealous if the women in the church like this and stuff like that. He'd be like, you're giving these guys your car keys, huh? You're giving them your house keys, huh? You're giving them all your money, huh? And we sit there like, with the damn girls. Golly, ain't this something? You know what I mean? Foul. Because he wanted everybody to worship him. Like I said, I was in the room with him one day, and a woman came in there and turned his bathwater on, got everything ready for him. Got you think I'm bullshit? Turn that bathwater on and everything, and then he was like, "This is what he did." He was like, "You like my cousin?" And she was like, ha, 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 prophet, you know what I mean? Ha, 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 prophet, you know what I mean? And she was like nervous to say it and say anything in front of him. And then, he just kind of like dismissed her. He was like real weird, you know what I mean? This dude was crazy. This dude was crazy. And then, no sooner than maybe a month of being down in Florida with Eric. Here come the child abuse allegations and all that kind of stuff. So, we was out of there, and then we was already out of there anyway because he was he was like, this is what they do. This the hustle, right? They come from up north, and then they become the apostle over top of this church, and the apostle over top of this church, and he claims those churches as his, and those poor brothers and sisters, they really actually believe that he like loves them and that he's like an apostle. He speaks well and all that. You know how we do, man. Turn the charm on and and just manipulate the people. And he just come through there, talk, sing a little bit because they could sing, and they just get all the money. And then he'll be like, "Yo, how much we get? How much you got?" Because we used to count the money and stuff, and then he'd be like, "Yo, such and such," and then he'd be like, "All right, yeah, we need, you know what I mean? These is growing boys. My cousins, they could be doing anything. You know what I mean? These is growing boys. I got to take care of them. I got to feed them. Yeah, y'all see them, right? Yeah. Horrible, dude. I forgot what my point was, but that's Christianity. That's Christianity for you in a nutshell. And that they just teach you to be weak. But he said that he was like, I hope you get hit by a car. That's what he said in front of the two pastors. It was a guy and a girl. And we was arguing about something. I can't remember what it was. We was arguing about something. It was always some type of jealousy type thing with him. Of course, it was always something, right? Something like gay to me, you know what I mean? To a straight man. What the hell? What are you talking about here? You feel me? What are we talking about? And then he was just like, I hope you go get hit by a car. And this was after, of course, I was hit by a car when I was 12, you know what I mean? When I was younger. So, of course, he knew that. So, I guess that was his way of thinking he was going to try to cut me to the bone. And they like, "Oh, pastor." And they ran straight to him. Oh, pastor, they try to, calm him down. I'm like, "Oh, you already know. I'll choke you, man. I will choke you. Yes, I will." And so he kicked us away. And then that's how we got on our own and whatever. We here.
When it says thou shalt not curse, is that what that means? Like,
he tried to,
like, I hope This happens to you.
I mean, that's what the damn Lord sure felt like. Man, he was like, "Oh, I hope you get going hit my car." you can't figure out nothing else to say. You go straight to dying. Oh, you die, right?
I had some people in my family that said
Yeah.
some wild stuff.
Yeah. And but the crazy thing is, guess where my cousin is at? In the ground. That's where he at. Didn't last long. Right. Where else we going at? Yeah. Brotherhood. Brotherhood is very important. That's why we in here. It almost seems like we beating a dead horse, right? We come in here, we read the same scriptures every week. But it's something that you have to be reminded of every week. Why? Give me Exodus 15:3. Mm-hmm. You got it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. Yahweh is a man of war.
Yahweh is a man of war, right? So if you claim, if you find out you're an Israelite, now you know about your God, you know about the king you serve, you know about your people now, right? You're reading in the book and you get a gist of how your people is the spirit of your people. How can you turn around and not be a man of war? Not be a man that fights? You see what I'm saying? Like you can't fight your damn self. Come on now. But I'm pretty sure they home talking about being an Israelite and all that. But you want to serve a God that's a man of war, it's just not going to work. You know, the Lord don't need no men in pink pumps. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Somebody asked me something about LGBT. We was in school. I said, Lord have mercy. Why they ask me something? And one thing that is I'll never come in. I'm never calling you ma'am. Never calling you Mrs. or anything like that. I'm calling you what your freaking last name is. If your last name is Jones, I don't need to refer to you as Mr. or Mrs. anything. I just say Jones, name and date of birth. You tell me whatever, and but I'm not saying no Mrs. or Mr. anything. That's ridiculous. When did that become cool? I remember when I was in high school, man, it was one gay dude in there. He used to get beat up all the time. And I'm not advocating violence towards the LGBT community. Got to make that disclaimer. But that's what used to happen in my high school. I used to go right to Wilmington High. And it was this one dude in there. I remember one. And if it was more than that, it's like they wasn't open. They wasn't out in the open. And he used to get beat up because of that. Beat up because he was gay, right? And it wasn't those little dude neither. But it's trickling down to the kids. It's trickling down to the kids, and it's actually being forced on us so much that black men don't even know what to do. Black men been grinded down to powder so much, like you scared to even make formulate an opinion on it. You scared to even say something.
With the job that I have now, like you have to take all these little quizzes.
Mm-hmm.
You remember through Aerotech, you had to sit through all them little videos or whatever. Well, now they have one totally towards how to deal with the LGBTQ XY LMNOZ community. And it told us that it's required. You have to call them by the pronoun that they choose.
That's horrible.
It was like a 30-minute video.
And you telling me if I don't do that, I'm in jeopardy of losing my job.
It's considered harassment.
You see what I'm saying?
And grounds for termination.
When that is clearly a mental illness. That's literally a mental illness. If you woke up tomorrow and say, you know what, I'm a monkey today. What the monkey? They're gonna throw your ass in the goddamn psychiatric ward. Quick, give you some medicine. Boom. In the psychiatric ward, 7th floor of the hospital. 7th floor of the hospital. Go onto the psych ward. Kwayaswan wake up the next day. You know what? I feel like I'm a chicken. Bark, 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 bark. 7th floor. With the quickness. 7th floor. You crazy. But you can wake up a big 200-pound, not even 200, because these dudes be big as hell. 250. 250. He should be, they should give him a contract to play in the NFL, to San Fran on Sunday. You know, to play with the Eagles against San Fran on Sunday. He should get a contract for one day so he can help him win. These dudes, that is ridiculous. But you want me to say that? You want me to call this big ass man, him or she? That is horrible. That's crazy.
And what I don't understand is when we're at work, like when I'm at work, I call everybody by their first name. So whatever their name is, that's what
you call them.
I never say, you know, sir or ma'am or
Right.
this and this. And, you know.
But that might get you jammed up now, because you might say Billy. But no, it ain't Billy. I ain't like that one dude. I ain't a Mr. I'm a ma'am. I ain't Billy, I'm Bonquisha.
Like you said, I'm going to that last name now.
Last name. You can't get it wrong with the last. You can't say, no, you're that. You're Jones or
Salaki, I'm gonna just start calling people citizen. Like, excuse me, citizen.
good citizen. Excuse me, citizen.
Like Judge Dredd or something.
Excuse me, citizen. Can you confirm your date of birth for me? Freaking, that is crazy, man. It is horrible. Why? It's because the oppressors continue to try to break down anything moral, right? So that you can continue to do what? Sin. And if he can continue to keep you in sin, because this is just a walk in the park for him. This is nothing. This is what they do. When you go back to the Greeks and the Romans, they were homosexual. You can look at their statues. I mean, you can look at the statues, the art, the artistry. It's very homosexual in nature. So this is nothing for them. But however, this is not your culture. And so, but I seen a video where the dude had a beard and everything, right? Full on dude, but he had, eyelashes on and pink lipstick and the rosy cheeks and stuff. I said, and then his dad was packing up all his stuff. And he was like, yeah, dad, tell him why you pay my stuff out. He was waiting for his dad to say, cause you a faggot, or, because you gay, or because you look at you. His dad didn't say it because his dad did, in that respect, seem like he was afraid to say it. But his dad kept packing up his stuff, and his son knew what it was hitting for. But nigga, I would do the same thing. It's no way you can set foot in my house like that. And that I didn't raise. That's not what I raised. And to me, I'm looking at you like, I'm looking at this video. This is crazy. It's like, you do know that you got a beard, like a beard. You got a beard on. With that's a mental illness.
And what's
going on here, bro?
Is back in the day, it seemed like the homosexual lifestyle, like it coming from them, they didn't even try to push it on you.
Right.
They had a sense of, I'm gonna do this, and I kind of know I'm tripping. Let me stay out the way. But now, they want to press it on everybody and try to make you feel like it's the right thing to do, so they can have some type of validation with themselves. Yeah, you have to accept their disgustingness, because it was a gay dude. It was a gay dude in my class. It was actually two of them. One of them had actually got a sex change. And I was like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way that your head is big as hell. You know what I'm saying? Head is down, like, I knew it. You know what I mean? And then one of them got a sex change out of the school. And then the other one was like, he was just like, I'm just like, man. And I would just hear him talk. He would talk to the females, and he like he used to talk to them. He used to talk to them women as if they had to accept his homosexuality.
And if they didn't accept his homosexuality, it was something wrong with them. And that's like the trick. What they say, the technology. Yeah. The trick. That's the technology. You know what I mean? Of the whole thing, of the whole situation. Now they're trying to make you feel like it's something wrong with you for not accepting it. It's something that, and they didn't got Dwayne Wade with the technology. He actually about to let his own son do. God, it's horrible, man. He's the worst father of the century. It's a lot of bad fathers out there, but he's just the one in front of us. Magic is horrible too. They running neck and neck because he got his. I would have been like, Negro, you 6'8". Not only are you a big man, you're a big man. A big man. Something, you know what I mean? And you know, nobody's asking the hard questions. Who touched that little boy? Who touched him? What's going on? Why is he like that? You don't just wake up one day and just want to be a woman. You see what I'm saying? Even at a certain age, you understand what men do to women, and you understand the role of a man and you understand the role of a woman. So this kid understanding that, right? Because he's probably pushing adolescent age, school age, adolescent age, something like that. So you understand certain things. And you want a man to do to you with a woman, what he does with a woman. Who taught you that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Something happened. Nobody want to address the answer. You know what, everybody? You know what's the go-to for everybody who been touched and they don't want to admit it. They said they was born that way.
Right.
Nigga, you wasn't born that way. The God ain't make no mistakes.
It's a lad. Well,
no, let's go. Let's get it.
So I remember when I was a little bit more, vocal at my job, and that would come up. And I remember I would have conversations with people and I would be like, yeah, there's nobody that's, born that way. I said, you start as a blank slate. I said, you're pretty much, whatever your environment, whatever's around you, whatever you're learning
creates you,
you know that you're internalizing it. And later, that's what's going on with you. I said, because at the end of the day, I said, social workers will tell you a majority of kids that are, saying they are homosexual, this, that, and the fourth, they've been touched. They've been molested. And then another thing I learned is that, homosexuals, they are violent. They get violent. Yo, my man. See, you're a man after my own. Look, let me tell you something. I always say that homosexuals are violent. They are violent, and they will sleep with women. Do not think that just because he claimed to be gay and he's sashaying all around his damn room that he will not sleep with a woman. He will. This dude, I was at work, he said he'll sleep with anything. I'm talking about we in clinicals. Why are you talking like this, man? I'm just sitting there. He said he will sleep with a white man. He said he will sleep with anything if the money is right, or if he just feels like doing. I'm just sitting off to the side like, ooh wee. But he's having a conversation with the females. You see what I'm saying? I'm not jumping in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here to get my damn little license and get up out of here. But I'm listening like this homosexual dude is crazy. He's crazy. Salaki, hold on 1 second.
That just proves it's a sexual demon.
It's a sexual demon. Yes, it's a demon. You're stinking behind. Ew. What are you talking about, man? He said he will sleep with anything. And I'm just not making it up like I'm just saying, yeah, he said he'll sleep with anything. No, he said he will sleep with anything. If he gets drunk enough, or he will sleep with a white man for money. Specifically, that's what he said out of his mouth. Why would he say that? I don't know, but it's crazy. Yeah, because I think they said that he was dressing up there because he was talking, and the women was talking about getting their hair done. He said, yeah, I got to do this wig or something. So I guess I'm pretty sure he's dressing up. He's dressing up in drag and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because it's socially acceptable now. It's socially acceptable now. You know what I mean? Being a soldier, dressing like the way you looking at niggas, they looking at you like, oh man, that's crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man. Why y'all acting like that, man? Man, y'all hate everybody, man. That's crazy. Y'all niggas weird. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. Let me get a brother.
You said it. This chick at the slavery had asked me was I Gothic because I wear all black all the time. Like,
Yeah, damn. Gothic. What? Check what makes you think I'm Gothic. Of all things to call me Gothic, I can see if you had maybe even the high boots I got. You know, I be wearing them high boots with the chains or something like that. I can see if you seen that, but god damn, just because I wear black, I got to be Gothic.
I was just like Quiet Shawan said, I had walked into a Wawa. I was in my all black, and it was a lot of people in the Wawa. And the hoodest dude in there, he looked at me like I was crazy.
Man, you had all that black on.
He looked like he was a little afraid. He was the hoodest dude in there.
Because it's different. You got a different vibe.
Manhood.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, man. When you're serving the Lord, man, it's almost like you carefree. You know what I mean? We don't operate under them same constraints that the world operate under. You know what I mean? So we understand a certain thing, and I understand that I will kick your ass if it's something that whatever. Let me just not get off. Yeah, it's the spirit. You know what I mean? It's just the spirit. It's just the spirit. It's just a way that you handle yourself. And then, Lord, when you get with 5 and 6 of these brothers, man, and be in a club somewhere, you see everybody
Right around.
They be like, yo.
We was like 50 deep in that
Something, it's something going on right here. I don't know really what's going on right here, but it's something going on right here.
No, my last thing was about the whole violence. I remember when I was a young boy, I used to do salesman work for phones and stuff. And I remember I grew up with somebody, and I was out of pocket for it. But when they walked past, they had turned from a he to a she.
Oh Lord!
But when I saw them pass, I said, "Excuse me, sir," and they pulled the taser out on me.
I'm a man
in the middle of the mall.
I'm a man. Don't you call me sir? I'm a man. They feel disrespected. Negro, you got a beard. What is you talking about? Man, look, you remember we was down in Atlanta? Remember we went to Atlanta, we went to that underground mall? That's all you seen under there. You know what I'm talking about, that underground mall thing? Some underground mall, tranny galore. I'm like, where did we come? I heard about the but I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know that it was. I didn't know it was that. I just thought it was literally just a place where people go and hang out. So I checked it out. Got something to eat and got right back out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's one of them good. You just walking and like, man, I got my kids with me, man. What you got going on? So I heard that Sonetta was up in the clubhouse the other night. Y'all be in clubhouse?
Sometimes.
Yeah. They said he was getting chopped up in clubhouse. Oh no, I think it was the opposite way, the other way around. Yeah. Man, shut up with that weird. Yeah, they go ham. You better be ready for it. And that's just a disclaimer for y'all brothers who may want to get on social media and all that kind of stuff, man. People don't respect the truth. Just let me tell you that before you get on stage thinking you're going Mediterranean brainy and everybody and everybody just gonna sit there and listen. Nah, it's not gonna work out that way. All right, somebody give me second address. You get second address 42, 2 and 42. Oh man, Senior Nacho, man, I got me 100 on my exam today, man. Man, I snapped in that joint today. I was like, I feel good. I guess maybe I don't got time to play, so I'm getting a little older.
Lord took the sex.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about? Like, how high? With my man. He's giving them all the answers. You said the Lord took that to somebody took it, boy. Somebody took the wheel on that one because, well, my hands was just like, boom. Hey, B, select auto reply. A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And she was like, damn, shit. It's all good. Second Ezra is 2 and 42. And so remember, we're talking about soldiers stay strong for the blood of their brothers, like stand strong in the truth, finding what brought you in here and using that to continue to, move further in the truth. You know what I mean? Find a way to push the truth, find a way to magnify your office. All right. And also this is what we're fighting for right here. I'm gonna show you something. Second Ezra, whoever got it. 2 and 42.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion.
And y'all do know that Esdras, he be seeing a lot of visions and stuff like that. A lot of times he be asking questions to the angels and things like that. You'll see him asking questions and getting answers to those questions.
Did you say Ezra or
Esdras in the Apocrypha? Yeah, it's a lot good. Second Esdras, 2 and 42. Hold on, yeah, go ahead. We'll let the sister get that real quick.
Who is Edris? It's a brother, right?
Yeah, it's a brother. Definitely. You ain't gonna read about ain't no heathens got a book in here. You ain't gotta worry about that. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, see, because Esther was a Moabite. It says she was Moabitish. See, Moabitish. Gotcha. Go ahead. You got it.
Top.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number.
Right. So this is what he's having a vision, and he's looking on the top of the mount. Right. He sees in Mount Zion a great number of people, whom I could not number. So it's a lot of people. Right. Okay. Go ahead.
And they all praise the Lord with songs.
Right. praising the Lord with songs. Go ahead.
Verse 43. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns.
He did what?
He set crowns.
This is what we working for, man. Don't you want that brother right there to come and set a crown on your head? You understand? It's not saying that he's tall, like he's 6'7" or 6'8" or 9 feet tall. It said he's tall in stature. This is a man who his reputation. You know what I'm saying? This brother is he's somebody to be placing this crown on your head. You feel me? And this is what we're working for. Go ahead.
And was more exalted.
Right, and he was more exalted, more raised up. Read on.
Which I marveled at greatly.
Right. You could. It was him witnessing brothers getting crowns. Right. Of course, you could continue to read on. Read all these stories. Read all these stories. But for the sake of tonight, it's the point of you staying strong in the truth. You enduring to get that crown. You enduring because you want to be part of that 144,000. You enduring because you're trying to rule. I'm tired of being on the bottom. It's time for me to rule. Right? So I got to work towards it. You got to work towards it. The kingdom of heaven don't come with observation. Right? Y'all know the scriptures. We all know this stuff. So you can't just sit back and just wait for it to come. God damn, who the hell want to just sit back and wait for Esau to continue to eat deliciously? How long we gonna allow him to eat deliciously, man? It's time for me to eat good, right? It said that Christ gave the lady. She even understood. What was that? The crumbs. She understood that the dog. She was a dog and getting the crumbs. Well, we turned into the people getting the crumbs, man. The people that's supposed to be getting crumbs, giving us crumbs. They eating good. And they eating good out here too, Kwayashwan. They eat rather deliciously. I mean, not even that. You know how like somebody could be like, well, damn, you know, let me leave them a little something. They don't leave us nothing. They don't leave us anything. You know, they gobble up everything. And then you'll see one of these people from another nation. Tazaiwan went into it. Y'all seen when he was talking about Moab is my wash pot. He was talking about Moab, and he tied it in with the whole China Mac. You see where China Mac, right? He got this app. Or I don't think he has an app, but he's promoting an app where he wants you to go on to the app to essentially snitch if you see Asian hate, if you see something bad happening to Asian people, right? Now I'm using the word snitch for a reason, but he wants you to go on this app and say, hey, I see this happening, right? So that somebody can intervene and help this Asian person. The contradiction that Tazaiwan was showing everybody was that he was on Math Hoffa. I guess Math Hoffa, y'all ever seen that John where he be in the barbershop or whatever like that? So Math Hoffa must have been interviewing Troy Ave. So he was interviewing Troy Ave, right? On, you know, their situation. The Chinese boy, what's his name? China Mac tells Math Hoffa that he don't respect something or whatever like that. Why would you be asking him any questions on his case or something, you know, knowing that's an open case? It's like snitching. And, you know, it's the crazy thing is when it comes to our culture, we always got to keep it real, keep it funky and all that. We ain't allowed to go on the app and be good citizens and tell and see what's going on so that we can help our people. But when it comes to your people, you promoting an app for somebody to go on there and to essentially snitch. When it comes to your people, it's okay for somebody to go and tell to help your people. But when it comes to our people, we have to live by this so-called code that somebody created. Who the hell created this code that we got to live by? You understand? See how backwards the other nations, their ideology, like the way they think, and then we kind of feed into it when we don't speak up and say anything about it. You know what I mean? Half the time we don't even think, because there was people in the comment section saying, yeah, China Mac is part of the culture. China Mac is a bro. China Mac is, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's Moabite. He's somebody else portraying to be part of your culture. Seen a brother.
Salaki, sir, that goes to the saying, like, if it don't apply, let it fly until it happens to you.
Man, look. Well, that is a horrible term. Let it fly. What did it say? Say that again.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah, because then people use that term to be weak too. Like, okay, I'm not going to speak up about homosexuality because I'm not gay. Don't just don't keep it around me or nothing like that. No, I'm going to say something. I'm gonna tell you it's wrong.
Right.
You know why? Because I don't want my goddamn son seeing that nonsense, man. My son don't need to see no man in a dress. Just don't need to see that. My son don't need to see no damn woman, you know what I'm saying, walking down the street with her pants hanging down off her goddamn ass. I mean her behind. Right. And she trying to wear boxers like she a man. Look, we see that fat behind. Ooh wee, yes, you got a booty in there that you know what is supposed to happen to it. You see what I'm saying? You need to just be a woman.
It's like crazy because every other culture can clean up their community.
Yeah.
But as soon as we try to do that, it's like, damn.
Like, why are you doing that? Yeah. No, you good. You solid. You're not allowed to. We have to be this. We're only allowed to be dysfunctional. We're only allowed to live up to the stereotypes that people set on us. And that's weird. And that's messed up.
Salaki, I was just gonna say,
You got it.
I was watching China Mac on DJ Vlad, and if I'm not mistaken, he was saying how he didn't sell drugs in his neighborhood.
Yeah, I heard that.
To ours.
I heard him say that. Because I knew it was something. I was talking to Tazai. I was like, I knew it was something else that I heard him say. And that's what it was. Man, look. If it wasn't for this school, black people would be in a world of trouble. If it wasn't for this school, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you. Tell you the truth, if I could, I think I got it covered. But if it wasn't for this school, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you, man. I'd be sitting there in the damn house, in my drawers with that damn African thing I had on, looking dumb. Brolic too. It was Brolic too. I was representing. I went to college. They had started teaching me from the 1500s. So I started asking the lady, like, well, what happened to the rest of the century? Well, that happened to the 1,000 years and stuff. She couldn't explain to me. They just gave me some generic. It was nothing intellectual going on, and it's called the Dark Ages, and just people were dumb and stupid. That's basically what they told me. Started reading. First books I picked up was some damn African books. They were like going back, one of them just super, somebody from the conscious community probably wrote it. I don't know, but it had me wearing that stuff, man. And then I'm like, well, damn, these African dudes don't talk to me when I'm in class, because I started going. My first stint in college was in Bronx Community College. I had got out of prison, and they let me in there. They let me in. I went from cleaning it up to going into the school. I used to clean it up. You know what I mean? Break with a rake. Like, damn, man. You know what I mean? I was happy to be out and everything, but damn, what the hell am I doing, man? You know what I'm saying? And then so I went, I signed up, got into college, and that was all she wrote. And I was into political science at that time too. I was going to try to run for councilman. Yeah, I was all jacked up, man. Trying to do something for, okay, I did have a sense of, I knew I wanted to do something for Black people. So I thought I was in there, I thought I ain't know no better. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that if I run for councilman, I'm going to be able to speak up and do something for Black people. These Negroes ain't doing nothing for a Black man. You know what councilmen are doing? They don't speak about issues or anything like that. What's going on in the Black community, and they don't really. You'll never see them really like side with an organization. Why do you think?
Because they want money.
They want money because they get paid. They definitely get paid. They want more money. You're definitely correct. They want more money. How are they going to get more money?
Is it
politics, baby?
Yeah, like lobbyists giving them money to like
lobbyists giving them money. Definitely, you always get money through lobbyists, but what they're trying to do with the people in the city and the councils, what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it to Washington. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to fight for them seats that's down there, because they get I think you get like $20,000 a month or something like that here. It's I don't know if it's $20,000 a month. Maybe it's just $20,000 a year. I might be misspeaking. It's not $20,000 a year. How much is it? It's councilman is something like you do get paid a decent amount for your term. You do get paid a decent amount. I've seen it. It's on the internet somewhere, right? But you do get paid a decent amount. I see the brother looking it up now because he like, I'm about to be a councilman. You all call me Alderman Quahal. That's funny. I know it's something. It's like 20,000 something. Yeah. Yeah. We used to have the John hooked up. You got it? Get the hell out. And that's in New York or here in Delaware? Just period? General consensus, overall median average. Ooh, to go in there for a couple hours. Because they only had them meetings every 2 times a month. They have them 2 times a month, right? 2 times a month. Like it'd be like the first and last Tuesday or whatever. 60,000. He's trying to get more money. Because a lot of them, the ones that I met when I was going up into that building and talking to them dudes, they all had like little insurance companies. They was eating. Them dudes was eating. Them dudes that's here. One of them ended up being the president now. He's the one that owned all the funeral homes here. All the funeral homes. And they just recently bought a big old church. Mm-hmm. But in either case, they making that bread and they won't do anything for you on period because they're trying to get to the next level. And in order for them to get to the next level, of course, they have to show Esau that they are part of the system. That's the only way you're going to get down there into, Washington. Those seats down there at the Senate. What's the other one? House of Representatives and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to give y'all a couple more. We definitely can get the Proverbs 24 and 10. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all all night, man. My throat is scratchy. I don't got the Rona though. I don't got the Rona. RSV. You know what, man? So I'll be on it's this one site called Rumble. Right? And Rumble is one of those sites that you can go on, you can go live, you can set up an account and you can make videos and say what you want to say. You ain't gotta try to curb your speech for anything. Right? You do what you do. There's a video that they show on Rumble of the guy. What is this guy's name? I want to say Noah something. It's something like, of course, it's Yiddish. They say it and spell it Yiddish, but it's like a character from the Bible. Brother from the Bible. Let me not say character. It's like Noah or something like that. But he was saying that this, and I heard it out of my own mouth. I want to play it, but I'm pretty sure that the channel will probably get shut down if I play it. But he said that Jesus is fictitious. He said Jesus is fictitious. That's fake news. He said the days of you believing that you have free will is over. And so what these dudes believe in technology. And you know that Israel is leading the world in technology pretty much, so to say. Right? You know that Israel is they real big on tech. They real big on tech. And so what this dude is saying is he's saying that the days of free will is over. You think you have free will, but you don't have free will. And so what they're saying is going to be happening is okay, according to them, they're going to be able to control you through nanobot technology. That's what Esau is on now. Trying to control you through nanobot technology. Y'all do know like nanobot is, something that's very small, it could be microscopic, but it's microscopic. But I seen one under the microscope, of course, what they showed, but it still looked mechanical. It still looked mechanical, and it's able to penetrate a cell, so they can drive it to penetrate a cell to do what, they want it to do. So basically that's Esau's new endeavor. I'm gonna grab the brother real quick and then.
Yeah, I found out the actual numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It goes from a council. How much does a council member make in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
The salary ranges for a council member's job is from $28,441 to $44,005 per year in the United States.
That's decent. That's good money. That's good money for a couple times a month. A few hours, you just go in there and talk about nothing. Let a few disgruntled citizens get up there and speak their piece for what they give them in there. They give them about 4 minutes, 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe 5 at the most. You get up there, talk about how much you hate the city and you ran over some potholes and you bust your tires, and then that's it. And then that's it. They get on up out of there and reconvene in another 2 weeks or 3. It's crazy. $20,000 to $40,000, right, to do nothing. But that's what I was going to do. I was in political science, and I used to go into political science. I had this, I had an Edomite teacher. He was, at that time, I thought he was pretty cool. And I thought I was going to be a freaking councilman. Thought I was gonna climb a corporate ladder. They showed me. You know, I'm gonna show you. They showed me one day, right? I went into work. I was climbing the corporate ladder. They was paying for me to go to Excel classes. They was paying me to go to the college to go take Word classes. They was paying me to go to the college to take diversity training and leadership training and all this kind of stuff, right? And somehow they caught wind of something and checked my work search engine. That lady called me up in there. It's like, hey, Mr. Such and Such. You know, we all use the computer for personal reasons and stuff like that, but the stuff you're looking up is very alarming. It said the real juice is black. The white he was this. And, you know, I was going ham when I was going crazy. Well, I was going crazy. She said, and then, you know, because they went through my desk when they realized what was going on with me, they searched my cubicle. She said, and such and such, you know, we print stuff out too, you know, and she's like making it seem like I do everything you do, but you went crazy with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we print stuff out, but you printed out whole books. Right. So you printed out whole books. Just had that zeal when I first came in, man. I was just trying to prove that I was an Israelite and that they weren't. That's all I was stuck on. I ain't give a damn about no Egypt. I still don't care about Egypt and none of that conscious community stuff. I got the books though. You know, you see the Egypt. We got some books, the Hebrew pharaohs of Egypt and all that kind of stuff. Never really cared about that. You see, my knowledge is in Esau. I can prove with the back of my hand, backwards and forwards, that Esau is the oppressor and we're the Israelites. That's all I was focused on. Salakia, what scripture we hold on to?
Proverbs 24:10.
Yeah, we gotta get that. Let's get that.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Okay,
what does that mean? If you faint in the day of adversity. Oh, I know you know. I gotta give it to the young.
Like when things get tough, like you just shrink.
Yeah, you faint in the day of adversity, man. You get a little bit of adversity, and then all of a sudden you just like you become weak.
That's like being in the truth in the school,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get checked maybe once or twice,
Mm-hmm.
and now you like, I'm gonna just leave the truth.
Man, you know how many times I've seen that, man. Every time I turn on and see, I'd be seeing this one brother. I remember everybody had took a picture of my first Passover. We came up and brothers, you know, was chilling up in Katazar crib up in New York. And then I remember seeing this brother. I didn't even know his name or nothing, but he got checked or something. Guess where he went? Right to another Hebrew Israelite camp. I see him. He's still to this day. I'm like, you bitch ass. Salakia. But I seen a brother from Philly. Brother, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana type nigga. Left up out of here. I was in Florida. He left up out of here. Next video I seen of him, he had a pink button down. You know, like a pink polo, like the one that you button all the way down, like to the joint, and then he had it buttoned all the way up to the top, and he started off with Shalom all nations. I said, look, I called Captain Shawar, was like, yo, look at this nigga, man. He said Shalom all nations, and then he had his cover, you know, the coat or jackets. He had the jackets like, yeah, I was in the ISUBK, and then he held up another trinket or something. It was like I was also in the other group, the purple one. I said, damn. From years, yeah. And then he said he went, and I'm watching too. Now I'm like, what the fuck? What is he about to say? And he was like, yeah, John 3:16, it can't be just talking about black people. I cut it off after that. I ain't even watch it to see how he was gonna break it down, what he was gonna break down, because to me, you gotta be to me, you the worst weak type of thinker. You know what I mean? Because look, let me tell you something. I got my right mind and right sense, right? You ain't gonna have me teaching nothing I don't believe in. You ain't gonna have me out on no corner teaching something, not wasting my time. And I halfway believe it. What is wrong with that? That means I'm a bitch for even taking this long to getting about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, for even teaching it the first time that I didn't believe in it. What's wrong with you? You allowed yourself to actually sit here and your kids build a relationship with their brothers and sisters and other kids that was in here. Then you yank them from the truth. And then what you teaching them to do? Think in the day of adversity. So whatever reason you got weak or whatever happened or whatever series of things happened, you became weak and you left. And then now what? Freaking nobody. You know what I'm saying? Your kids ain't got nobody to look up to. Nobody. At least in here, you somebody. You somebody in here. You know what I mean? I'm officer of mother 5,000 Matazapah. You call. You know what I mean? You everybody up in here. Salakia, y'all. I'm tripping. Kwayashwan. But you somebody in here. Then you leave out of here and become nobody. Who could your life, I can imagine what type of decisions you're making out there now. And I can imagine what type of boys you're raising. You know, they just gonna be the next dudes on the block. Next dudes on the block. And then you know what's crazy is, you know what gotta be a horrible feeling is if you drop your sword, but your son keep his. You drop your sword, your son looking like, man, well, he a bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with y'all because I understand the truth, and it is what it is. I'm gonna just let my dad. That gotta be. Ooh. You drop your sword and your son. You see your son still rocking up. But I would say that son is he a beast. You know what I mean? That's a genuine. That's a gold piece of gold right there. It's a piece of gold.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Are you able to break that down? Proverbs.
Salakia. Let me get there with you. Okay. Oh, I'm tripping.
It's 24:16.
Okay, so it's saying go up to 15.
Kind of a kind. It says, lay not, Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 15. Lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of righteous. Spoil not his resting place.
What does that mean?
Like, don't cause harm to a righteous man. Right? So,
Says what is like laying wait for somebody?
like you plotting on him.
Plotting, right? So lay not wait. Don't plot or wait on the, you trying to wait on the brother, right? Oh, wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. What is the dwelling? What is the dwelling? Or a house. It's a house, a dwelling, right? He's telling you don't be like leaning, like plotting on his brother's house. Like don't be afraid. It says, lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place, right? It's crib. For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again. What does that mean by a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again? Or hold on, let me let him get it first.
So the just man, I'm guessing he follows the commandments. So when he dies, he'll rise back up again.
Mm-mm.
No. A just man, no matter how hard times go or comes, he still fight to keep righteous and keep the strength from doing the right by the Lord.
Yeah, but in that aspect, this specific righteous man falleth 7 times. You'll hear people try to use this scripture to kind of be weak too. You know what I mean? You'll see, well, righteous man fall 7 times, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm bound to make some mistakes sooner or later. Nah, you don't use like scriptures like this to fall weak. To say, oh, see, it happens. It happens. The scriptures say a righteous man falls 7 times.
It says it right there in the scriptures.
Salakia. What'd you say?
It says, Salakia, if I make sure, it says it in the scripture itself. Because it says, even though it says a just man falls 7 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And rises up again.
But the wicked
use this verse to stay wicked.
They're gonna fall into mischief. So don't lie. Wait against another man's house. The wicked man is just gonna fall. He's just gonna fall anyway. But that righteous man, he's gonna fall. He's gonna get back up. All right. Verse 17. We can keep going if you want to.
Verse 17. Rejoice not thy enemy falleth.
Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth. What does that mean?
Don't you shouldn't be happy when you're all right.
I know a lot of times, for one, I'm gonna tell you this a twofold, right? And 2 ways to think about this, right? Is we've become our own worst enemy too. You see what I'm saying? So, we're not supposed to be rejoicing when we fall. But also, you'll see sometimes sometimes you got to tell brothers, you got to use this to have brothers have discipline as well. Like, you ever see, like, when Nipsey Hussle died, brothers was on there like, yeah, goddamn heathen. Heathen. Get him out of here. Whatever. Sometimes you got to use your discretion with things like that because people in the world don't understand. All they see is a black man. All they see is a black man that they know and love. They probably loved his music or they loved his crippin' or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And, there's no need to just sit there and try to rejoice because this dude is going. It's not going to get you nowhere. Actually, it could just bring negative attention to you and the school, for that matter. Because that was the first thing Captain Cesario said, hey, man. Brothers, but it's understandable. You know what I mean? You got brothers that's, coming to the truth with the zeal. You know what I mean? Brother, woo, like a pit bull. Brother be on everything. But watch the men above you. Have decorum when you on social media, right? Understand that you represent something bigger than yourself. It ain't just about you, right? You are part of the school. You're part of a bigger organization, right? And so you got to understand that when you on social media. So make sure you're watching the brothers above you. If you don't see Commander Jeremy Yohana doing it, don't do it. If you don't see Captain Tajariak doing it, you don't see Captain Tawar, you don't see the captain, Mishar, the rest of the captains, the rest of the generals, you don't see them doing it, don't do it. You don't see me on there doing it, don't do it. Watch my social media account. Like, damn, you don't get on there. All right, well, do that. Do that. Of course. And now I'm not be on social media. I have to get on there more, right? Because how are we going to push the truth without being on social media? Right? How is anybody going to know about all the great things that we're doing in this school if we don't post them, if we don't show it? Right? So we have to get on social media. We have to. It's just the way things is. That's we have to work social media. So we have to get on social media. We have to work social media, but we have to be smart on social media. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep your pages if you can. Try to use different ways to say what you got to say. but still keep your page. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to keep switching from page to page to page to page to page to page. That's all it's about. Because, boy, they find it. They was snatching videos down. Knock was said, we got a strike for something that happened 2 years ago. They fishing. They fishing to shut these channels down. Why? Because the Israelite thing is getting so big. They never thought it was going to get this big. They never thought that we was going to be knocking at their front door. But, yeah, we here. Okay, they probably knew that we was going to be knocking on their front door, but not this quick. Not this quick. They probably thought they had some time. Arrogant pieces of garbage. Pompous pieces of, everything horrible, right? They thought that we was never going to wake up, man. And so now they scratching and scraping. Now they scratching and trying to. All of a sudden now, they got billboards up talking about stop Jewish hate, hashtag stop this, that. It's nothing going on with these people. It's nobody trying to beat them up. It's nobody trying to harm them. The only thing that's going on is there is a group of people that is being harmed that is saying, you know what? You're not going to harm me no more. I know who I am. And this is who I am. Guess what, everybody? This is who I am. And now it's a problem. You know what I mean? They don't know how to take it. And they don't know, and the crazy thing is, it's not like we don't got the proof. We got all the, come on, man. We got all the proof in the world. But they won't get on no social media. They won't let Commander General Yohana get on. Like, we've been trying to get him on everywhere, but they won't, for some reason, they won't let him get on nowhere. But they took the one dude and put him on everything. After that Barclays, they put him on everything. I watched one of them. He was fumbling around. You know how you act, the leader of the Barclays, the Israelite group that was at the Barclays. So they had him on all these different places, right? The particular interview that I seen was that it's like a light-skinned dude, and I don't want to say heavyset, but almost like a kind of like a heavyset brown-skinned dude, and they got like that hip hop. What is it, Hip Hop Nation or hip hop? They had their like laptop sitting there and they be interviewing people. It's a popular show. He was on that. It's a popular show. Podcast, and he was on that, and then they asked him a question, and mind you, okay, you know that you're dealing with people in the world. Take your time, pick the best scripture that's going to convey what you need to answer at that one moment, right? You answer with that scripture, so you don't have to go, hold on, hold on now. And here and there and there, and then it just took away from the chance that you had to, like, you know what I mean? Really get the Israelite thing out. You know, convey who we are, what is going on, why are you doing what you're doing, and what is this all for? It's very simple. Calm down a little bit. For one, calm down a little bit. Shit. Your nerves, calm down, man. Man, relax. Take a deep breath before you get on these platforms. And then kind of maybe make some notes. Kind of, like when you're going into an interview and you kind of prepare for what I think you might ask me. And then be prepared a little bit. And that's all that. I think I seen it. Salaki.
I saw a similar interview, and they asked, why did the split happen?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he said the split happened because he felt like there were things being taught that wasn't true. And they said, like, what? And then he went to a bishop should have one wife.
Lord have mercy. What does that mean? One of you troopers. I know she gonna be like, that means you can have one wife. So what does that mean?
It means that, the bishop should, put the Lord's work first. The Lord's work, the truth should be his first wife.
The school should be your first wife, right? He's telling Timothy. Timothy is his young boy, and he's explaining to Timothy how to set up a school. And if he's telling Timothy that a bishop, if this was meant to be a bishop has to only have one wife to run the school, then that means Paul couldn't be a bishop. I'm gonna teach you to be a mechanic, and I don't know how to work on cars, and I'm not qualified to work on cars, right? Because why? Paul didn't have any wives. Did he? No. Did Christ? Christ couldn't be a bishop of a church, right? Could he? No. Did Christ have a wife? No. So he's teaching you to be an electrician when he's not qualified to be an electrician. That's the logic that with their. No, he's teaching him how to set up this church. I mean, how to set up this school and how to run this school and how to make this school run efficiently. That school has to be your first love, man. You have to put that school before everything. If you don't put that school before everything, the school is going to fail. If Tazariwan didn't put the school in front of everything, the school would have failed. You understand what I'm saying? You know how many times we was up in the council and they was like, well, maybe it's just meant for the Lord, for you and Mataza Power to come out of Wilmington and your families, and then that's it. And then damn everybody else. That's that literally how it was getting with Delaware. It was about to be clipped. And then one brother came in, and then another brother came in, then another brother came in, then a brother leave, and then a brother come, and then a brother leave. You know how I go. Until we here right now. So our core, this is what we got. And if the brother didn't put the school first and try everything, we was in here cooking hot dogs. In class, hot dogs. So you hungry, been here, man. Sit down and eat and just listen. Come on. Right? We was doing any and everything to get brothers in here. And it worked. And, we have the school. Because you have to put the school first. You know what I mean? It's so easy to put everything else first. But he's explaining to put that school first.
If I could. So after he said that, then he says he read the scripture in Isaiah about the 7 wives.
Oh.
But then he said that'd be in the kingdom. But because we didn't get to the kingdom yet, that's why they had to leave and start their own group.
That's too confusing for me. I can't try to keep up with all them. See, it says this right here because this is now, but see, like that's then. So you mean to tell me if having one wife is okay, if having more than one wife is wrong, so Christ is going to use an analogy of the kingdom of heaven being likened to all these women, something unlawful. You know what I'm saying? That's like him saying, the kingdom of heaven gonna be like a big crack rock. You know what I'm saying? That just it's gonna be fun or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to follow it up, but you know what I'm saying? The truth is the heaven is gonna be like, something horrible. It's like an everlasting party. That everlasting party. He's not going to use something that's unlawful to convey the message about the kingdom of heaven. It just doesn't make sense. It's just not logical. It's not common sense, right? We got to just start using that. I'm tired. And you know what? I'm getting to the point where if you want to be African, I'm not going to debate you about it. Just consider yourself African. That's it. If you want to be African, be African. If you want to be whatever the hell you want to be, just go ahead and do that. I'm not going to fight you about it, right? Because we're not getting anywhere. But there are brothers and sisters who do want to change, who do want to know that they really are somebody, that they do, who their bloodline, who they come from. There is people who genuinely care about these types of issues. But if you don't, and you just want to just make it these excuses and keep being retarded, just to debate and have something to argue about, then go ahead, man. By all means, be African. Go ahead. You know what? I'll show them that picture. Go ahead and do that. I bet you ain't gonna put 20 rings around your neck. I guarantee you're not gonna do it. Guarantee you're not gonna put that thing in your lip. I guarantee you're not gonna cut your daughter's clit off. You know what they be doing over there, man. Yes, that's what they do. Get a bull, wash their face. In the urine. In the cow urine. I don't see y'all doing that. You're not going to do that. So but by all means, go ahead and follow. If that's what you choose to follow that culture. Right. That's your culture. Why ain't you doing it? I don't see none of y'all Negroes run in the rush and get over there. And you know what? What else I don't see? I don't see no Africans beating down the conscious community door to come in there. They're not coming in there. And you know how many times we didn't said this on there, and he say, well, yeah, y'all right. You are right on that aspect. There is no Africans in this thing right here. And then when you get to if one pop up, then they worship him. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they worship Akon, man. Akon then started a whole whatever he did over there for them people. Didn't he start some solar panels? And all he had to do was come over here and throw a whole bunch of Dax Waving Groom in his damn head. You know that Dax Waving Groom? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That hard grease. It's like wax. Boy, that thing, what? That's all he had to do. Them is not real. Them is not waves, man. That thing is, oh, what the hell is on this head?
He got a texturizer.
He think just because he throw that stuff in his head. Nah, we can see that a mile away, man. He took that popcorn peasy stuff that's in that picture back there, that tribal. He took the hair from that tribal dude. He took the hair from that tribal dude and tried to put the S curve. You know that the John that you make the waves with, man. Yeah, that's what he did. You can't fool nobody with that, man. Get out of here. And then we accept him because he had that one good hit, and that was my song too. I'm locked up, because I felt that song. But you know, he's still a heathen. You got it. Oh, that was Style Song? Man, that was my song. That was my song. I don't know whose song it was. It was on both of their album, I think. I think it, like, you know how it come out on both of their John. So I ain't know. But I thought it was Akon. Yeah, I'm gonna say Styles P because I just, man, I love Styles P on that. But anyway, man, y'all get the gist of it, man. You got to be strong. You got to be strong in the truth, and you know, it's you just got to have loyalty. You know, understand why you in here. All right. And with that being said, I'm gonna call up Precinct Officer Yashaman. Wrap it up. There you go, brother. Yeah, you can come. You got to come up here because the camera's gonna. Yeah, you get right there.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. Root for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're only to be saluted. They're here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it for them. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person in the school, they're to seek counsel from the head. Tithes, which is a commandment. The Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi 3, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maisha means 10% of every increase you have. You put it in the envelope, drop it in the box, and it goes towards the school. Giving.
If it's something about general mind, you get. So just start with priest fund, yeah.
Priest fund is a free willing offering for any priest, any brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? Want to give a brother like any bread that they want just for the priest, you just drop it in the envelope, put it in the drop box. Upcoming OD convocation is the Passover, our 54th Passover.
I think Purim is coming up.
Oh, Feast of Purim?
What, y'all know the date? It's on the 5th of what is it? Of this. Yeah, March, 5th and 6th of March.
Okay, well, Salakia, Feast of Purim is coming up the 5th and 6th of March.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you'll be there. They're bringing food there. You know what I'm saying? Class, everything.
If I could. But the brother is correct. The Passover is coming up shortly after the Feast of Purim. But you want to start planning for the Passover now, right? Start planning for the Passover now. It's going to be in North Carolina. It's not really that far. If you want to get tickets to fly down, try to get it now. It's probably, I'm not sure how much it'll be. But also you want to get your hotel room. If you plan on getting a hotel room I believe the school still has some hotel rooms because we got them blocked in a few hotels. Now, you want to get your hotel room now because you may not be able to get one come that weekend because J. Cole is supposed to be in town. They're anticipating all these thousands of people being in town. The prices are already going up because they know that he's in town. So, when we would usually get some type of deal or something like that, we still getting a deal, but you know how they doing it, man. You know how they plan. So, get your tickets. Start preparing for all that stuff now with the Passover. Do not wait. If you got garments that you're trying to get, holler at the sister, holler at the brother. Get your garments, get your head pieces, man. Plan your transportation, all that good stuff. Y'all know how it go. All right.
A reminder to all Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway for anything like any barbecues or any events coming up. And if any trooper in the school if any brother in the school wants to be a trooper, start wearing all black hat, scarf, headbands, boots, jeans, whatever it is that's all black. And with that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat.
Imagine.
Oh, sorry, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua
Yajmatah. Turn. I'm sorry means turn towards the sister. We're gonna give the sister a courtesy salute. Sis, if you can stand, clap your right.
She you two wild. Get it, brother. Come on, man. Brother up in here getting it in, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what somebody making sure the sister right.
Men of Israel, Amaz Shabbat, Amaz Barak.
Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba Hashem Yahushai.
Yashmatah, class is submitted.
There we go. Mm-hmm.